Good morning, everybody. Kevin here from Watches with Joe and Kevin, back for episode 4 of the so far very terrific Halt and Catch Fire. Really compelling episode. Last time we saw shades of Joe that we hadn't seen before. And I don't know where we go with this character from that. I mean, it seems like every episode we find out something, a little other layer to Joe. And his sexuality is one we kind of got new hints of in the last episode. And I say hints because it was obviously pretty blatant. But I don't know how we're supposed to take his tryst with Travis in his interaction with the always terrific Gene Smart. I don't know if Joe's sexuality was revealed more there with Travis, or if he is just so driven to make his plans, to force his plans right into action, to have his ideas come to fruition, for things to go the way he wanted to go, that he went to an area that wasn't actually genuinely him, because he needed to win. It could be either one. I think either one would kind of really help define Joe more as a character, either way. And I think we're going to have to get farther into the series to really know, is Joe a bisexual character, and is that going to be an important part of his character moving forward? Or is Joe just so driven that he'll do anything, including outside norms that he would otherwise be comfortable with, if it meant he was going to get his way? I thought that was a really, really interesting take for the show, and I'm kind of curious to see where Donna, I know I had her name wrong, I was calling her Tracy, where Donna comes in, because she's working at TI, and her boss at TI, or the person directly above her that she reports to, is clearly not appreciative of everything that she brings to the table. She's being underutilized for sure. She knows she's being underutilized for sure. And then you had that really gross conversation with her mom, where her mom was like, well, you married the wrong guy, and you could have married this guy, and life would have been better, and you'd be jet setting off to Europe if you were with this guy. And I feel like, well, Donna could actually just be that guy, that she's got those skills and that talent, but she's a woman working in a Texas-based computer company in 1983, and she's just not given the appropriate opportunities commensurate with her skill set. And I don't think she will at TI. I think that's what they're leaning towards, and I think Donna is going to eventually be working with her husband Gordon at Cardiff Electric. I think she's demonstrated that she is more than capable of bringing a lot of creativity to the table in terms of this new product that they're trying to build. The reason I called her Tracy, by the way, was Gordon and Tracy were a very prominent couple that I love to death on the show I watched right before this, For All Mankind, and so now we have Gordon, and I somehow transposed her name there. It is definitely Donna. All right, going to get started here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us, and give a special thank you to Actuarial Lurker, Balazs Fuldez, Chris, Coincidence, Derek Peterson, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sirigun Navarapu, Torgir Linkstad, and WerePanda47. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here with us. If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else that we've watched or we're currently watching, please check out the link in the description of our Patreon page. On every show, including Halt and Catch Fire, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. On everything on Patreon, you will have to sync and watch along on your own source material. You're only going to see and hear me due to copyright law.
1.3 million in 20 days, and you just understand?
Future's expensive. We knew that.
Is that a fish tank?
Yes. And no.
See, to test the BIOS and hardware at the speed we're gunning for, we need the 12.5 megahertz 286, but it's not out yet. We only have the 8. Cooling it makes it run at 12.5 megahertz. So we get to design tomorrow before tomorrow's even here.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Oh, and hey, look at this. 3 4-layer
Joe's very excited.
PCBs, that's the new norm.
Which is pretty amazing when you're moving at the speed of light.
The electrons actually move at 1/3 the speed of
Bigger
light.
point here, Stan. Please stop talking.
So they went with Gordon's stack the chips plan.
I imagine how you must feel. It's difficult to believe in something when your knowledge is so limited.
Oh, wow. That's taking a shot.
396 milliseconds. God damn! Don't screw with us.
Are you sure you ran it right?
Yes, I will be home for bedtimes. I know I said that last night, but tonight, I promise.
396 milliseconds.
Donna, we just hit the Doherty threshold. No, I know. I love you.
I'm glad that Donna is the most supportive person in the history of the world for him.
You hit the Doherty threshold.
Someone's been up late studying.
Even
Maybe
she's
between mocking
excited.
me and 19th orange soda, you could register a little happiness. How much longer till you're done?
I don't know, 2 days? 31.29 hours and 13 nanoseconds. Can you leave and shut the door?
This is all going too well.
When engineers measure the speed of a PC, they talk about something called the Doherty threshold of system response time.
Do all these guys already know what he's talking about?
Even a slight deviation back to half a second response time will allow your attention to stray.
Is this a true thing? I've never heard of this.
Our soon-to-be Cardiff PC, though it looks ragtag now, just clocked in at 396 milliseconds. It will not only be faster than other PCs on the market, it will also be addictive. And tomorrow, a reporter from the Wall Street Quarterly is coming to do a story on us.
No, you'll contaminate. Everybody disperse.
Joe, what are you doing?
Get that thing out of here.
Well, the whole thing.
Come on, Joe.
Relax.
This is a bold move.
Oh!
He looks almost evil with that fire in front of him staring at John. The tension between these two guys is great. Okay, I think the reporter is going to be the major complicating factor in this episode.
Why is it that when Mommy says wear the socks, you suddenly wear the socks?
Gordon.
All right, Smooch, go put your shoes on.
So, 2:15, don't forget, at the playground, not the traffic circle.
Huh?
You're picking up the girls. You'll have them till 6.
That's right. Well, what about your mom?
They're in Vegas. I told you.
Fine, I blanked. 2:15 it is.
There's no way he shows up for that.
Please come home right after. I'm gonna have to go back to the office.
Haley threw my toothbrush in the toilet with pee-pee in it.
I'm handling food here.
Let's get the PP toothbrush out. What did you do?
Is this going to be awkward with his neighbor now? Has he fired him? Oh my god.
Hey! Hey! Gordon! Hey, don't work too hard!
I get the anger. I'd be furious. She's building a BIOS by herself. Leave her alone.
I think I need your help. Our real problem is Cameron. Our workstation's a pigsty. We've got to get it cleaned up before Kane gets here. Tell the cleaning crew to hurry.
But she'll never let him.
Let's convince her to go back to your place for a break. Get her to take a shower, wash her hair.
But you're her boss. I mean, can't you talk to her?
I can't tell her to put on a bra, Debbie.
This is not going to go well.
I'll do my best.
Oh, thank you.
That's also not her job.
I like to say, John, good help is hard to find.
Best be getting on back to it.
To what? Thought Joe McMillan had everything pretty much in hand.
Yeah, well,
Lulu not funding our PC pipe dream, that I get. She's a tough one. But her not returning my calls.
yeah.
Joe called that woman
balls.
names.
Is that your new M.O.? I ask a question. First thing you say is, Joe!
Oh, come on. No, of course not.
Who's running things?
I am.
You better be, because folks are starting to talk. So make clear who's working for who, or else we're both gonna look like idiots.
John's in an impossible position here. Oh. This is pretty brutal symbolism. Gotta put the horse down. Is that gonna be John? Is he gonna get fired?
It's just one of the many innovations that helped us hit the Doherty threshold.
He's not listening at all.
You're not an engineer, are you?
Do I have a degree in...
And the Doherty threshold?
No.
I mean, come on. You know how many companies think they hit that in the testing phase? All of them. I came here because Matt Garrison, New York, said he owed you a favor. I owed him one, so I said I'd pop by, but now I gotta go.
Just meet some of our people, get their stories. There's an underdog angle here I guarantee you'll find interesting.
That's probably true. Go talk to Cameron. She's unique. What happened? Did she lose some of her work?
But Cameron, in this case, is a girl. Yeah, you don't see that every day.
What happened?
It's gone. Oh my
Oh no,
God.
the whole thing.
You tried booting it up again?
What's happening?
You backed it up, right?
Yeah, at some point.
At some point.
What?
Oh no.
Guys, it was a power surge. Where are your backup floppies?
Well, this is going to make for an interesting story. It's a tragedy. Yeah, I feel her pain.
This one's degaused.
This one too. Wiped. How is that possible?
Your vacuum cleaner? You plugged your vacuum cleaner in my computer?
All right, now just walk me through what happened.
You put your backups next to your speakers and then you blast music? Good God, Cameron, why did you make this work?
Okay, oh whoa, hands off. Well, this is going to make the magazine.
Ron Kane, Wall Street Quarterly.
Oh my god, he's loving this. Oh no, he is super late.
Daddy! You're late. Miss Harrison called me.
I know. Okay, look.
You can't get an admin to remind
Things
you.
got crazy, okay? Maybe the stakes are a little bit higher in my world, okay? I'm not just QA and calculators.
Excuse me?
I did.
Gordon, when is the last time you cut their toenails? Or which one of your daughters is allergic to apricots? Do you even know their pediatrician's name? I make your world possible.
Let's go.
You can't even take them.
I need you to come to Cardiff.
Does Donna know how to save this? Because I hope she gets a job.
Why don't you come back next week? Our head engineer just told me this whole thing's no big deal.
I was never going to write a word about this company.
This guy sucks.
Gave me a story about a company flying too close to the sun that burnt to a crisp in IBM's shadow. I might finally get off this crappy beat and make it back to Wall Street or Silicon Valley where the real action is. All of which is to say,
Okay.
I'm not leaving. If I leave, if I go, I'll write what I got, and we both know that ain't pretty.
Oh, because Donna's really got to be the hero.
This is your data retrieval expert.
Hello to you too.
Yeah.
She did her thesis on magnetic storage.
How long ago, Gordon? You can't be here.
What are you talking about?
With him here? Come on. If it comes out that you're working here, even as a favor, you think your bosses at TI'd be okay with it?
Is that it, Joe? Really? Or do you not want anyone thinking you couldn't save your own?
Without Donna, this thing stays dead on the table, Joe. All right? She is our best option. Right now, she is our only option.
Fine. And don't use your real name.
Oh my god.
Hey, I need to ask you a couple questions. How about a list of files? Do you keep anything like that?
No. When you're in the flow of creating something, you don't just stop for some mindless bookkeeping.
Why we're here right now.
Who are
Yeah.
you anyways? Just somebody's mother? What, do you have any clue what it's like to work close to the metal?
Oh my god. That line again.
Frankly, you're a mess.
Leave me alone. Go burn a bra or something.
Oh my god.
Here's you screwing up at work and lashing out like a child at the people trying to help you.
That's
You
fair.
slept with the boss to get here now. I know why you had to.
Oh, okay. That's...
Oh, wow. You really don't think much of yourself, do you?
Go to hell.
Okay, there were some unnecessary shots both ways. I get it. Tensions are high. I don't think Cameron's had to deal with this kind of personal failure before.
You gonna spin it by hand?
A micron at a time?
Yes,
No way the ins and outs.
exactly. Which is why we'll modify it. Use the stepper motor on the head, not the spinner motor. Remove the data one click at a time, back up to a third drive. That way, aside from the fried files, I can reassemble the BIOS by deduction.
She sounds like a genius, actually.
I think she's smarter than you are.
I knew that the moment I met her. I'd never really deserve her. And frankly, I'm amazed she puts up with me.
So am I.
Hey, you all right? I brought you something to eat.
Just go.
Yeah, she probably needs a... The sandwich is a nice touch. Relax, be a human for a minute.
Go. I'm starving.
Hey, Gordon, how about you take them?
I got rascals of my own at home.
Gordon, take them home. Be a man.
Hey, I can take them if you guys want to keep working.
No. We're good, thanks. We don't need any more of your help.
Well,
Fine, all right? Just be careful, all right? There's a phone down there. Call if you got a problem.
Okay, and we'll be right in this room, all right? Here, dinner, which they will eat and not gripe about.
I would like those two to be friends, Donna and Cameron.
There it is, the FAT. It's mostly intact.
Thank God.
Easy now. It's a process.
You know, watching you work, you know what it reminds me of? Everybody had left the lab and you forced yourself on me on the motherboard assembly table.
I recall it a little differently.
Donna, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That needed to be there very sincerely. How about do better from now on, too?
Oh, do you want tickle spray?
Sure.
Ready?
You're not trash. Yeah, you're fun.
Oh,
What?
no.
Did someone say I was?
Your mom.
Dad said to Mom that you were just like white trash. Yeah, we were joking.
I hate that.
Okay, go. Playtime's over. Go play with your parents.
Aw. Okay, what are you doing? They shouldn't have said that, but why are you going through her purse? That can't be great. What, did she go to their house? Take their car and go to their house? This is absolutely not okay. What are you gonna do? Damage their house and prove them right?
How's the BIOS recovery looking? Your engineers didn't want to talk to me either. They're a prickly bunch. Must be especially rough on you. You feeling any guilt? Letting some IBM slickster come in and hijack it all away from you?
Probably.
Well, second, you think your little story here about our failed hopes and dreams? Well, you go ahead and write your Titanic story, the one where we go down. Because when we build this PC, everybody gonna want to be in, and you are gonna be outside, standing there till you get out of my office before I punch you in the face.
I like John a lot.
I think we got it.
Is she gonna, like, actually not destroy their house? That would be really great.
They fired you too? God, it's like a freaking horror movie over there.
It's nice of him to come over and see if there's a home intruder.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
I mean, they're both such hypocrites, right?
Like he and Joe What's-His-Face are ever gonna create a PC to rival the big boys.
Is it she talking herself out of it now, seeing how this is going?
We got it.
Oh.
I mean, she did save her BIOS.
Nice save. Crisis averted, huh? And you are...
This is Susan Fairchild. She's one of our debuggers.
She doesn't even get credit for it.
You've laid off scores of employees. Have you got the resources, the guts to fight in the PC wars?
Ron, 3 things.
It sucks the way that she doesn't get the appreciation she deserves. Her kids are sleeping on a floor in Gordon's office. They should hire her immediately. What was that? I didn't see what that was.
The storage room has no carpeting. It's concrete. I don't know about you, but I'd use a mop, not a vacuum cleaner.
He did it?
They were degaussed all right, but one of them had a spreadsheet on it, another part of a game. You engineered this. You made the power surge happen, but you grabbed a bunch of random disks, didn't you? And demagnetized them all before swapping them for Cameron's?
Oh, that sucks, man.
Congrats, you got me.
And if I hadn't recovered the BIOS?
I would have saved the day myself before Kane left the building.
And Cameron, who's sleeping with you, she's just collateral damage?
Yeah, I was
Should
thinking
be
the same
over
thing. Destroyed her.
Plus, she's learned to be more careful. I'd hate to see their trust in me broken over something so minor, so beneficial as this.
Okay, so Donna's the best person on the show.
You won't tell anyone. Not even Gordon.
She burned her whole day. People were fighting.
You scared my girls.
I hate to leave. I'm sorry.
You should be. I recovered your code. Not all of it, but 93.6%.
Thank you.
One time when I was in school, I spilled a whole Coke on my motherboard, hadn't backed up for weeks. My code is never like yours. Yours is, it's like a piece of music.
Okay, I want these two to be friends now.
You should go home. You can work tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna get back that 6.4%.
Just ask Joe for it. He's got it.
Oh, are these yours? Yeah.
Oh my God, they I saw cookies. I didn't even think about
Gordon.
that. Be cool, man.
It's a little fast, huh?
License and registration. Oh, what are you reaching for?
I'm just getting my license out of jail.
Whoa, whoa!
Well, what is this?
He hit me.
No,
Why? Who are these guys working for?
They're gonna be a mess tomorrow.
You mean in 2 hours? You were amazing. I mean, amazing.
Susan Fairchild? So you think of me as my mother?
No, of course not.
Joe fried Cameron's hard drive and made it look like she degassed our backups to try and get that reporter to write about you guys, about your PC, about the company.
Yeah, I'm glad she's telling him.
He only told me when I confronted him about it.
Did it work?
Oh my
Is the
God.
reporter gonna write the story? About us and our PC?
God, these two guys are becoming way too similar.
What? I'm just asking.
So who had him beaten? I'm really curious here.
Saw that boy of yours on the mound. God, he is bringing some
Did John do
Nolan
this?
Ryan heat that kid.
This is how he reasserted that he's in charge. I did not suspect John at all. I thought maybe the Cardiff owner, but not John. That's a pretty dark power move.
You wanted to see me? Because I'm doing it right now.
No, it's not about that report. You're better than this. Now, I'm a friend. You know that, but I can't keep covering for you. I've got my own job to think about. As of now, you're on probation. Now, unless your work improves, there may be action taken.
I mean, that wasn't unfair, what he just did, I don't think.
What the hell happened to you?
I got careless. Fell.
If it hadn't been for Donna, who knows where we'd be.
She'd probably instantly be the smartest programmer in the building. So is that it? BIOS all done and on that drive? That floppy, I mean? A series of floppies is probably too much for one floppy. Oh, God. If you ever have to smell your food before you eat it, don't eat it. Except milk, of course. So I like this pull-out shot pulling away from her back around the corner. Man, that was stressful. Okay, well, Joe kind of sucks. He's not wrong, but man, he does not mind grinding people up and spitting them out. It was bad enough that Donna had a burner day and all the engineers were stressed, but to put Cameron through that, oh, she'll be bounced back, she'll be fine. She was like destroyed over that. It had people clashing with each other. Maybe he's right. Maybe the publicity is important. Maybe the article wouldn't have happened otherwise. But man, find another way. Be a bit of a human. Again, we could just keep seeing more of these sides to Joe. And John, on the other hand, showed us another side too. he's willing to go to some pretty extreme lengths to assert his dominance as well. Having Joe beaten by a couple of buddy cops of his, that's hardcore. Both of John and Joe both went over the line in this episode, clearly. It's why I can be angry at Joe and also feel like he didn't deserve to be beaten up for John to let him know who's really in charge. But you had that really good visual where Joe set the BIOS code, the binder on fire, the IBM one, and then kind of like staring each other down through the flames to try to assert who's actually in charge. And John let him know, right? Joe got careless and he fell. This is exactly how he put it, and that's not incredibly far off from the truth. But man, that was very, very tense. I really do think that Donna should be brought on board on the show. She's a great character, for one. She's incredibly capable. I think she's being hindered by the fact that she's Gordon's wife, and that seems to be the thing holding her back. I mean, she couldn't even take credit for her work that day because she's Gordon's wife. There's some sexism there seriously at play. Like, we can't have a reporter thinking that your wife came in and saved the day. Why not? It's true. I think that's a better story than everything Joe was trying to concoct there. She works for IBM. She came in. She's brilliant. She helped her husband out and saved his project. I think that's a much more compelling story because it made for a great episode. Probably better than whatever the PC writer is going to write about the day. Man, this show's intense. I wonder if anyone's ever going to put it together, at least John, what really went wrong with Jean Smart, right? I don't think so, but the simple fact that she's that mad and it's not really about what he said to her publicly, I'm kind of wondering, I mean, John was oblivious, but the simple fact that Travis and Joe disappeared together. Jean Smart caught it and made a comment on it, but John, eating his cake, never really realized it. So I don't know if John ever gets there as far as like piecing together what happened, or if it's an issue moving forward, as it may well be. It may come out. She may finally, when talking to the owner, say, "Hey, by the way, here's why I can't stand you and your company anymore." I doubt she would ever do anything like that. You can tell by her face that it was embarrassing for her to lose to Joe in that way. Man, this show's a lot. This show is a lot. That's what I mean. Not this show's a lot. What a great time. I'm very much looking forward to the next one. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you then.